In the very beginning, when the world was brand new, there was a beautiful garden called Eden. It was filled with the most colorful flowers, the juiciest fruits, and the chirpiest birds. In this garden, God created the first two people, Adam and Eve. Life in the garden was like a never-ending day of play and joy. Adam and Eve explored this wondrous place, talking with the animals, resting under the shade of magnificent trees, and enjoying the sweetest fruits. Among the countless trees in the garden, one stood out, the tree of knowledge of good and evil. God had given Adam and Eve only one rule: do not eat the fruit from this tree. But curiosity is a powerful thing. One day, a sneaky snake came up to Eve. It whispered a tempting thought: eat the fruit, and you'll be as wise as God. You'll know the difference between good and evil. The fruit looked so appealing, so delicious, and the promise of wisdom was too enticing. Eve reached out, took the fruit, and took a bite. She gave some to Adam, who also ate. But the moment they tasted the fruit, their eyes were opened in a way they hadn't expected. They saw things differently and realized they had disobeyed God. They felt fear and shame, emotions they had never known in the garden's bliss. When God learned what they had done, he was deeply saddened by their disobedience. The consequence was clear. They could no longer remain in Eden. Leaving the garden was hard. The gates of Eden closed behind them, and for the first time, they felt the sting of life's harshness. Outside Eden, the world was rugged and untamed. Adam and Eve had to learn everything from scratch: how to grow food, build shelter, and survive the elements. Life was no longer a series of joyful discoveries, but a struggle for survival. In this new world, they experienced the full spectrum of life: joy and sorrow, success and failure, birth and death. They became parents, raising children who would go on to have their own families, spreading across the land. Through their journey, Adam and Eve discovered their own strength and resilience. They faced each challenge with a growing wisdom, learning to adapt, to love more deeply, and to cherish life's fleeting moments. They taught their children the stories of Eden, the importance of making good choices, and living with the consequences of their actions. In the first book of the Bible, there's a story about two brothers, Cain and Abel. They were the sons of Adam and Eve, the very first people. Cain, the older brother, was a farmer who grew crops, while Abel, the younger one, was a shepherd who took care of sheep. One day, both Cain and Abel decided to give gifts to God. Abel gave the best part of his sheep, and God was really happy with his gift. But Cain just gave some of his fruits, not the best ones, and God wasn't as pleased with his gift. Cain got really upset and jealous because God liked Abel's gift more. God saw that Cain was angry and tried to talk to him. God told Cain that if he did good things, he would be happy. But if he did bad things, then bad things would want to follow him. But Cain couldn't stop feeling jealous of Abel. One day, when they were out in a field, Cain's anger got out of control. He took a rock and threw it at Abel. It hit so hard that Abel died from the impact. When God asked Cain where Abel was, Cain said,
"I don't know where Abel is."
But God knew what had happened. God told Cain that because he had killed his brother, life would be really hard for him from now on. He wouldn't be able to grow crops anymore, and he would have to move away and live in a different place. Cain expressed his concern that his punishment was too great to bear, and that others might kill him for his deed. In response, God put a mark on Cain to protect him, so that no one who found him would harm him. Cain left and lived in a place called Nod, which was far away from his family. He had to leave because of the bad thing he did to his brother. The story of Cain and Abel teaches us a lot. It shows how being jealous and angry can lead to doing really hurtful things. It's a reminder that we should try to do our best and be happy for others, and not let bad feelings like jealousy take over. The story also shows that even when people do bad things, God still cares about them and wants to keep them safe. Long ago, when the world was not as kind and good as today, there lived a man named Noah. Unlike others around him, Noah was kind-hearted and lived a life of goodness in a world filled with mischief and wrongdoing. The earth was filled with people who were selfish and cruel, causing harm and sorrow. But Noah was different. He cared for others and lived righteously, standing out in a world of trouble. One day, Noah received a special message from God. Saddened by the earth's state, God decided to send a great flood to cleanse it. However, God saw Noah's goodness and wanted to save him, his family, and the creatures of the earth. God instructed Noah to build a huge boat, an ark, big enough for his family and a safe haven for animals. Despite disbelief and ridicule from others, Noah worked tirelessly, building the enormous ark. In an extraordinary event, pairs of every kind of animal began to arrive. Lions, elephants, birds, and even tiny insects. They came to the ark as if guided by a mysterious force, ready to be sheltered from the impending flood. Then the rain started. It grew from a drizzle to a torrential downpour, covering the earth in water. Safely inside the ark, Noah, his family, and the myriad of animals floated atop the rising waters. The ark was a crowded, bustling refuge, filled with the sounds of animals. Noah and his family took on the immense task of caring for them, ensuring each creature was fed and safe during their time on the ark. After weeks, Noah sent a dove to seek dry land, signaling that land was near and the waters were receding. Eventually, the ark came to rest on a mountaintop. As the waters slowly subsided, Noah opened the ark, releasing the animals and his family back into the world, fresh and renewed for a new beginning. To promise never to flood the earth again, God created a rainbow in the sky. In the Bible, there were two cities called Sodom and Gomorrah. These cities were filled with people who made very bad choices and didn't listen to anyone, not even God. God saw what was happening and was very sad. He decided that he couldn't let it go on anymore. But there was one good man named Lot who lived in Sodom with his family. God didn't want to hurt Lot because Lot always tried to do what was right. So God sent two angels disguised as men to Sodom. They went to Lot's house. Lot saw them and invited them in, being kind and hospitable. He didn't know they were angels at first, but he wanted to make sure they were safe in his city. But the people of Sodom saw these strangers and wanted to harm them. They surrounded Lot's house and demanded Lot to send the strangers out. Lot tried to protect his guests, showing he was a good man. They told him, "You need to leave this city with your family because God is going to destroy it for being so wicked." The angels told Lot to take his wife and two daughters and warned them to not look back once they left. So Lot and his family ran away in the middle of the night. They ran as fast as they could, away from the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. Behind them, the sky lit up as fire fell, burning everything in those cities to the ground. It was like a giant fiery storm wiping away all the wrongdoings. Lot's wife, however, made a big mistake. Even though the angels told her not to, she looked back to see what was happening to the city. And because she didn't listen, she turned into a pillar of salt, stuck there forever. Lot and his daughters kept going, safe because they listened to the warning. They remembered not to look back and lived on, remembering the lesson of what happens when people choose not to do what's right. They learned the consequences of bad choices and the importance of listening and following guidance, especially when it comes from God. A long, long time ago in Egypt, there was a baby named Moses. He was born at a time when things were hard for his people, the Israelites. The Pharaoh, who was king in Egypt, was afraid of their increasing numbers. So he made an evil rule. All baby boys from the Israelites had to be taken away. But Moses' mom didn't want that to happen to her baby. So she came up with a brave plan. She put Moses in a basket and gently placed it among the reeds along the Nile River. The Pharaoh's daughter found the basket while she was bathing in the river. She felt sorry for the crying baby and decided to take care of him. So Moses grew up in the Pharaoh's palace, like a prince of Egypt, even though he was really an Israelite. When Moses got older, he saw how badly the Pharaoh was treating the Israelites. They were forced to work hard and were often beaten. This made Moses upset, and one day he killed an Egyptian guard that was beating an Israelite slave. After this, he had to leave Egypt, so he ran away to a far-off land and lived there for many years. Then something amazing happened. God spoke to Moses from a burning bush that did not burn up. God told Moses to go back to Egypt and ask the Pharaoh to let the Israelites go free. Going back to Egypt wasn't easy. The Pharaoh didn't want to listen to Moses. So God sent 10 plagues to convince the Pharaoh. There were frogs everywhere, bugs, and even darkness during the day. Finally, after the last and saddest plague, the Pharaoh agreed to let the Israelite people free. Moses led the Israelites out of Egypt, but their journey wasn't over. When they got to the Red Sea, the Pharaoh changed his mind and came after them with his army. But Moses trusted God. He stretched out his hand, and something incredible happened. The sea split in two, and the Israelites walked through on dry land. After they were safe, the sea went back to normal, and the Pharaoh's army couldn't follow them anymore. Moses and the Israelites were finally free. They traveled for a long time to reach a special mountain called Sinai. There, God gave Moses the 10 Commandments, which were important rules on how to live and be good to each other. Moses' life was full of adventures and miracles. He started as a baby in a basket and grew up to be a great leader who helped his people find freedom and showed them the way to live kindly and justly. A long time ago in Israel, when the Philistines ruled, a special boy named Samson was born to a woman who had never been able to have children. An angel had come to her and told her that she would have a son. The angel said Samson would be a Nazirite, which means he was dedicated to God from birth. He had one rule: never cut his hair, because his long hair was the secret behind his incredible strength. As Samson grew up, he became famous for his super strength. One of his first amazing feats was fighting a big, scary lion with his bare hands. He tore it apart just like tearing a piece of paper. Everyone who heard about this was amazed. This showed everyone that he had a special power from God. Samson's life was full of adventures and some tough times. He often found himself battling against the Philistines, who were being really mean to the people of Israel, the Israelites. In one incredible fight, Samson was so angry that he picked up a jawbone of a donkey and used it to defeat 1,000 soldiers of the Philistine army. His strength was unbelievable, and everyone knew it was a gift from God. But Samson had a big problem that he didn't see coming. He fell deeply in love with a woman named Delilah. The Philistines found out and used Delilah to trick Samson. They wanted to know the secret behind his strength. Delilah tried many times to find out, and finally, Samson told her about his hair. He said that if his hair was ever cut, he would lose his strength. One night, while Samson was sleeping, Delilah had his hair cut off by a Philistine. When he woke up, he was weak. The Philistines captured him easily. They were harsh and brutal to him. They made him blind and locked him away in prison. It was the saddest part of Samson's life. But in jail, Samson's hair started to grow back, and along with it, his strength was returning. In his final heroic moment, Samson was in a temple filled with Philistines. He prayed to God for strength one last time. With all his might, he pushed against the temple's huge pillars. The temple crashed down, destroying his enemies and himself too. Long ago, in the land of Israel, there was a young boy named David. He was the youngest of 8 brothers and lived in the town of Bethlehem. David wasn't just any boy. He had a special job, looking after his father's sheep. He spent his days and nights in the fields, making sure no harm came to them. It wasn't an easy job, especially when danger lurked. Lions and bears often tried to snatch the sheep, but David was brave. With only his staff and sling, he fought them off, protecting his flock. When he wasn't with his sheep, David loved playing his harp. He played so beautifully that even the birds stopped to listen. One day, a wise man named Samuel visited David's house. God had told Samuel that David would be the future king of Israel. So Samuel anointed David, which means he chose David for a very important role. Meanwhile, in a valley not too far away, a huge problem was growing. The Israelites and their enemies, the Philistines, were preparing for battle. The Philistines had a giant warrior named Goliath. He was taller than any man and stronger than any bear. Every day, Goliath challenged the Israelites to send a warrior to fight him, but everyone was too afraid. One day, David went to bring food to his brothers who were with the Israelite army. When he saw Goliath, he couldn't believe that everyone was afraid of him. David said, "I'll fight Goliath. God has protected me from lions and bears while I guarded my sheep. He will protect me now." The king gave David armor, but it was too heavy. So David decided to use just his sling and some stones. As Goliath moved in to attack, David took a stone, put it in his sling, and swung it with all his might. The stone flew through the air and hit Goliath right in the forehead. Goliath fell to the ground, and David had won. David's bravery showed that no matter how small you are, you can overcome big challenges with faith and courage. And that young boy David would go on to be one of the greatest kings of Israel. In a land of ancient times, there was a man named Jonah. Jonah was very kind. People in the city came to him for help because he was wise and gave good advice. He loved talking to God and prayed a lot. One sunny day, God spoke to Jonah.
"Jonah, go to the great city of Nineveh. Warn the people. Turn away from evil, or the city will be destroyed."
But Jonah was afraid and didn't want to go. Instead of going to Nineveh, Jonah boarded a ship to Tarshish, hoping to escape his daunting task. Out at sea, a fearsome storm erupted. The sailors, terrified, wondered who had brought this misfortune. Meanwhile, Jonah slept below deck, unaware of the danger. The sailors cast lots to find the cause of the storm, and the lot fell on Jonah. He confessed, "I am running from God's task. Throw me into the sea, and the storm will cease." Reluctantly, the sailors threw Jonah into the raging sea. In the deep, Jonah was swallowed by a giant whale. Inside, it was dark and damp, a strange room. Jonah prayed earnestly, realizing he could not hide from his duty. He promised to fulfill God's command if he was saved. After 3 days, the whale spat Jonah out near Nineveh. Jonah was thankful and knew it was time to complete his mission. Jonah walked through Nineveh, a city of people who were wicked and did not believe in God. He warned them, "In 40 days, Nineveh will be destroyed unless you change your ways." He told them all about the story of the ship and the whale. The people listened to Jonah and started to change, turning from their evil deeds. When 40 days had passed, Jonah camped out in the desert to see what would happen to the city. The people of Nineveh now believed in God and repented. God saw their change of heart and did not destroy the city. After Nineveh was saved, Jonah felt upset. He couldn't understand why God spared a city that had been so bad. God wanted to teach Jonah about caring. So God made a special plant grow to give Jonah shade from the hot sun. Jonah liked the plant a lot. But the next day, God let a worm eat the plant, and Jonah was very hot and unhappy. God asked Jonah,
"Do you care about the plant?"
Jonah said yes. God then said,
"You care about a plant, but I care about all the people in Nineveh, especially the children and animals. They made mistakes but deserve a chance to be better."
The story of Jonah teaches us about being kind and forgiving. Even when people do bad things, they can change and be good again. In the lands of ancient Babylonia, there was a man named Daniel. He was known for his wisdom and his unshakable faith in God. 3 times every day, Daniel would open his window and sit down on his knees in prayer. He lived in Babylon, a grand city where he served King Darius, a ruler of great power. Daniel was so good at his job that the king wanted to put him in charge of the whole kingdom. But not everyone was happy about this. Some of the other leaders were jealous of Daniel. They knew he was loyal to his God and prayed to him 3 times a day. So they made a sneaky plan. They went to King Darius and convinced him to make a law that for 30 days, no one could pray to any god or human except to the king. They knew this was one law Daniel would never follow. Daniel, upon hearing this decree, did not change. With the windows of his chamber open, he knelt and prayed, just as he always had. The officials, lurking like shadows, caught him in the act and brought him before the king. King Darius, distressed, realized he had been tricked into condemning his most trusted advisor. Yet, the law of the Medes and Persians could not be revoked. With a heavy heart, he ordered Daniel to be cast into the lion's den, hoping in some way his God would save him. The lions, mighty and fearsome, roared and paced. But as Daniel stood among them, a serene calm enveloped him. He spoke softly to the beasts, his voice a steady beacon in the darkness. All night, King Darius walked around in his palace, struck with worry. At the first light of dawn, he hurried to the den and called out anxiously for Daniel.
O king, my God sent his angel, and the lions have not hurt me.
Overjoyed, King Darius commanded that Daniel be lifted from the den. Not a scratch was found on him, for his faith had protected him. Then, in a turn of justice, the king ordered those who had conspired against Daniel to be thrown into the lion's den. This time, the lions did not hold back, and the conspirators met a swift end. King Darius issued a new decree, declaring that in every part of his kingdom, people must respect Daniel's God. His story teaches us about staying true to our beliefs, even when it's hard, and how faith can bring us through the scariest times. In the quiet town of Bethlehem, a child named Jesus was born to Mary, a simple maiden, and Joseph, a humble carpenter. This was no ordinary birth. Prophets had foretold his coming, heralding him as the Messiah, the beacon of hope and light for mankind. As whispers of this miraculous birth spread, King Herod, feeling his throne was at risk, ordered a brutal massacre of innocent children. Guided by divine dreams, Mary and Joseph fled with baby Jesus to Egypt. As a boy, Jesus already displayed an uncanny wisdom. At just 12, he debated scriptures with temple scholars, leaving them in awe. However, it was only at the age of 30 that he began his transformative public ministry. He chose 12 diverse disciples, from fishermen to tax collectors, to accompany him on a mission that would alter the course of history. The miracles he performed were astounding. He healed the sick, gave sight to the blind, turned water into wine, and even raised the dead, proving his divine power. His teachings, rooted in love, forgiveness, and faith, drew massive crowds. He spoke in parables, using simple stories to convey profound truths, making the divine relatable. But his rising influence was perceived as a threat by religious leaders and the Roman establishment. They conspired against him, manipulating one of his closest disciples, Judas, to betray him for a mere 30 silver coins. The events that followed were swift. Jesus faced false accusations, was handed over to Pontius Pilate, and against Pilate's own judgment, was sentenced to death by crucifixion. On the cross, after enduring hours of pain and ridicule, Jesus uttered the poignant words, "Father, forgive them," showcasing his boundless love and mercy. His body was taken and laid in a tomb, sealed by a large stone. 3 days later, the tomb stood empty. Jesus, resurrected, appeared to his disciples and many others over 40 days, reinstating his teachings and emphasizing the importance of faith. He then ascended to heaven, but not without leaving behind the promise of the Holy Spirit, a divine guide for all believers that would later become the bedrock of Christianity.
Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God.
Ah, the people in Bethany still speak of my teaching last Sabbath.
They should. We uphold the law while others bend it.
And if they bent it any further, it would break.
The Father's heart is full of mercy. He does not turn away the broken. He lifts them up. He does not cast out those who seek him. He draws them close.
Is that not Jesus? teacher from Nazareth?
Him again. Let us see what sort of teaching he offers today.
Here, take and eat.
I thank you.
This man welcomes sinners and eats with them. Did he hear us? Impossible. He looked right at me.
You judge by what you see, but you do not understand the Father's joy when one sinner returns to him.
John, quick. This is going to be good.
There was a man who had 2 sons.
Come on, move! We don't have all day!
Father's field isn't gonna plow itself.
Good morning, Father!
Good morning, my child.
Oh, that's perfect.
I said stop!
Of course. Now you run.
Did you see that?
Coming through!
Every day it's the same. Work, work, work. My father's always telling me what to do, where to be, how to live. But out there has to be more than this. I'm sick and tired of feeling like my whole life is already decided. Yeah, I know. You get it. Oh no.
No! Wait!
Come back! Oh, come on!
Oh, my son. Please come home.
The younger one said to his father,
Father!
My son!
Give me my share of the estate.
so he divided his property between them.
Not long after that, the younger son got together all he had and set off for a distant country.
Foolish. Let him waste it.
There it is!
It's incredible.
It's incredible. This place is amazing.
And squandered his wealth in wild living.
Finally, my life begins.
After he had spent everything, there was a severe famine in that whole country, and he began to be in need.
I'm hungry, Father.
I know, my boy.
Hush, little one.
So he went and hired himself out to a citizen of that country, who sent him to his fields to feed pigs.
Look at you. Fine robe turned to rags.
Yeah, sir. I need work. Anything.
Work? You can feed the pigs.
Yes, sir.
He longed to fill his stomach with the pods the pigs were eating, but no one gave him anything. When he came to his senses, he said,
How many of my father's hired servants have food to spare? And here I am starving to death! I will set out and go back to my father and say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired servants.
So he got up and went to his father. But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and was filled with compassion for him.
My boy.
He ran to his son,
My boy.
threw his arms around him, and kissed him.
My son. You're alive.
The son said to him,
Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son.
But the father said to his servants,
Quick! Bring the best robe and put it on him! Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet! Bring the fattened calf and kill it! Let's have a feast and celebrate! For this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found. You're home now, my son.
Robes and all! So that's why he arrived drenched. I thought it was a new fashion.
Have some fruit.
Thank you.
No worries.
Son, I'm so happy you are back home.
Thank you. Do I really deserve this? After all I've done.
Son, I know. We all make mistakes. You've come back. That's what matters.
Meanwhile, the older son was in the field. When he came near the house, he heard music and dancing.
It's quite lively tonight.
Yes, it certainly is. I'm going outside real quick. Need to check on something.
All right.
So he called one of the servants and asked him what was going on.
Hey! What's going on here?
Sir, your brother has come, and your father has had the fattened calf prepared because he has him back safe and sound.
Go get my father. Now.
Of course, sir. Right away.
The older brother became angry and refused to go in. So his father went out and pleaded with him.
My son, why won't you come inside and celebrate with us?
Look, all these years I've been slaving for you. I never disobeyed your orders. Yet you never gave me even a young goat so I could celebrate with my friends.
But when this son of yours, who has squandered your property with prostitutes, comes home, you kill the fattened calf for him!
My son, you are always with me, and everything I have is yours. But we had to celebrate and be glad, because this brother of yours was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found.
In the same way, God will celebrate when you turn back to Him.
There was once peace in Israel, but peace never lasts forever. And now war was drawing near.
I still can't believe it. The Philistines, attacking our land. I just want to go home.
We stop here. Tomorrow, we crush them.
The Israelites were led by King Saul, the first king of Israel. Even though King Saul received a warm welcome from his soldiers, he was very worried. Among the Philistines stood a giant warrior named Goliath. Goliath struck fear into the hearts of even the bravest men. Every morning, Goliath would go to the front lines to challenge the Israelites.
All right, boys. Orders are in. We're heading to the front lines. No Philistine gets past the valley.
Hello, boys.
Oh my God. He's massive. What kind of man is that?
They call me Goliath. You'll call me Death.
He's not a man. He's a monster.
Send a man to fight me. If he falls, all of Israel bows down to me.
We need backup, now!
Who of you idiots want to die first? Oh!
Even King Saul was at a loss, unsure of how to deal with such a formidable enemy. With the shadow of war looming over Israel, King Saul sent messengers throughout the land to gather more soldiers for the battle. One of these messengers arrived in Bethlehem, where an elderly man named Jesse lived with his 8 sons.
Listen up, people. War is upon us. King Saul calls every man to battle.
Who among you will fight the Philistines?
We will stand with King Saul against the Philistines.
Eliab.
Son, remember, battles are won with faith as much as strength.
This is my chance to finally prove myself, Father.
Ha!
David, the youngest son, watched as his brothers prepared to leave. He wished he could go with them, but he knew he had to stay behind because he was too young to fight. The next morning, David's brothers joined the messenger and left for King Saul's camp. They were ready to face the Philistines and defend Israel. David stayed behind to take care of his father's sheep, but he promised himself that he would do everything he could to support his brothers and his people.
I can't believe they left without me. Hurry up, guys. We're almost there.
Hey!
Wow. All right, here we go. Guess even bears don't like bees.
Whoa. That was really close.
Hey guys, we're safe now.
In the fields with the sheep, with my harp I will weep, songs to praise your name, in your love I remain. Stars above gently shine, in your grace I am fine, through the night I will sing, for my heart you're the king. Oh my God, you are near, in my soul there's no fear, with my harp I will play, devotion in your name. When the lion draws near, I will stand without fear, by your hand I am strong, in your strength I belong. Oh. When the lion draws near, I will stand without fear, by your hand I am strong, in your strength I belong. In the stillness I hear your soft whisper is near. With this song I proclaim all the wonders of your name. Oh my God, you are near, in my soul there's no fear, with my harp I will play, devotion every day.
It's time to bring some food to my sons. I hope he's somewhere close.
Father, here I am.
Hello, son. Come here and give your old man a hug.
Father, I rescued the sheep from the lion and the bear.
Oh, David, you don't have to make up stories to impress me.
But Father...
Enough, David. If you want to be useful, bring this food to your brothers at the battlefield.
But, I mean... Ugh. Okay, Father.
Early the next morning, David left the sheep in care of another young shepherd boy.
Goodbye, David. Good luck on your journey.
Thanks, Sam. Catch you later.
What is a boy doing in a place like this?
I come with food. It's for my brothers.
The battle is about to begin, but you can leave the food with me.
The battle is about to begin? I need to find my brothers. Here, take the food.
Wait, where are you going?
I'm going to help my brothers.
Oh no, he's going to Goliath.
Sharpen your blades, men. By nightfall, not a single Israelite will be left standing.
I can hear them. Oh no, it's Goliath. He's coming.
You cowards. Fight me.
There's no way we can beat them.
Who are you?
Me? Who is this Philistine? And why is no one fighting him?
Oh, you can't fight a man like that. No one can.
But we have to do something. If no one else will fight him, then I will do it.
David, are you stupid? Do you think you can fight Goliath?
Eliab. But no one wants to fight him.
Oh, you stupid little boy. Of course no one wants to fight him. He's a giant.
I know he's a giant, but I trust that God will protect me.
Listen to me, little brother. Stop acting silly now, and go back to your sheep before you get yourself killed.
No, Eliab. I can't just stand by and do nothing.
Huh?
Wow, this kid is crazy. Someone tell the king.
King Sir, are you crying?
No, of course not.
If you want someone to talk to, I could...
I'm not crying. Why are you here? What you want?
My king, there's someone outside. Someone who says they're willing to fight Goliath.
What? Well, send for this brave warrior at once.
Yes, my king, right away.
I'm David, my lord.
Is this a joke? You're just a boy. Dear God, why have you abandoned me?
God has not abandoned us, my king. He just waits for someone to believe again.
And what do you know about God, little boy?
When a lion took one of my father's sheep, I chased it down. When a bear came in the night, I drove it back into the wild. It wasn't because of strength. It was because of faith.
Well, maybe you came here for a reason. If it's true, if the Lord truly is with you, you can be my champion.
Thank you, my king. I'll give everything I have.
What have I done? God be with him.
Father, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me.
Samuel, rise and anoint him, for he is the one.
This is Israel's champion, a child. Don't you know who I am?
I know your name, your fame, and your pride, but I don't fear you like the others do.
Is that so? I'll break you, bone by bone, and leave what's left of you for the birds.
You come against me with sword and spear, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied.
You fool! Your God has sent you to die.
No. This day, the Lord will deliver you into my hands, and the whole world will know there is a God in Israel.
No! That boy! He killed him!
He did it! The boy defeated the giant! Now rise, men! For Israel!
For Israel!
For Israel! For Israel! For Israel!
They're coming? We need to go!
Oh no! Forget the battle! Run! Run for your lives!
Charge forward! God fights with us!
Show them!
No mercy!
Run!
And so, the story of Goliath was over. But the story of David had just begun.
What a beautiful morning.
In the quiet village of Nazareth, two hearts dreamed simple dreams, unaware of the extraordinary destiny that awaited them.
Huh? Here you go, Eli. Take this.
Thank you, Mary. You're always so nice.
You're very welcome. Be careful on your way home.
I will.
I wonder what Joseph is up to. Good morning, Joseph.
Ow. Good morning, Mary.
That looks wonderful. Is it for the festival?
Oh, this? Yes, I thought the children might enjoy it.
How thoughtful of you, as you always are. Well, I better be going now. See you around.
I must be the luckiest man in Nazareth.
Thank you, Lord, for the blessings of this day and for the kindness of our neighbours. Watch over Joseph and guide us in your ways.
Greetings, favoured one. The Lord is with you.
Who are you?
Do not be afraid, Mary. I am Gabriel, a messenger of God. You have found favour with him.
Of God? What does he ask of me?
You will conceive and give birth to a son, and you are to call him Jesus. He will be great and will be called the Son of the Most High. His kingdom will never end.
But how can this be, since I am not yet married?
The Holy Spirit will come upon you, and the power of the Most High will overshadow you. So the Holy One to be born will be called the Son of God. Even your cousin Elizabeth is expecting a child in her old age, for nothing is impossible with God.
I am the Lord's servant. May everything you have said about me come true.
May peace be with you, Mary.
Elizabeth, I must go see her.
And so, with faith and courage, Mary's extraordinary journey began, a path that would change her life and the world forever.
Could it be? Elizabeth!
Mary, is that you?
Yes, it's me. I've come all this way to see you.
Oh, Mary, the moment I heard your greeting, the baby within me leaped for joy.
Truly? Then it's all true.
Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the child you will bear. How honoured am I that the mother of my Lord should come to me.
My heart is soaring, lifted to the skies. My spirit dances as I realize that I've been chosen for a destiny to bring forth hope for all to see. Oh, blessed be my soul today, for the mighty one has shown the way. Great things he's done, holy is his name. Forever and ever, his love will reign. His mercy flows like a river wide on those who trust him and abide. He scatters pride and brings down kings, but lifts the lowly on eagle's wings. Oh, blessed be my soul today, for the mighty one has shown the way. Great things he's done, holy is his name. Forever and ever, his love will reign. He fills the hungry with finest things, the rich depart with empty rings. He holds his promise forever true, just as he spoke to me and you. Oh, blessed be my soul today, for the mighty one has shown the way. Great things he's done, holy is his name. Forever and ever, his love will reign. Forever and ever, his love will reign.
Mary stayed with Elizabeth for 3 months, a time of mutual support, and shared joy as they prepared for the roles they were destined to fulfill.
Zechariah still can't say a word, but his eyes speak volumes. He's been writing everything down. Our home is filled with his notes.
I can only imagine. And how are you feeling, Elizabeth?
Grateful and a bit tired, but every moment is a blessing. And you, Mary? How are you holding up with all this wonder?
At times it feels overwhelming, but then I remember that we're part of a greater plan. It brings me peace.
You are wise beyond your years. Remember, Mary, you are never alone on this journey.
Elizabeth, I must return to Nazareth. Joseph must be wondering about me.
Go with God, dear Mary. We'll see each other again soon. I'm sure of it.
Thank you for everything.
May the Lord bless and protect you.
Mary, welcome back. How was your visit with Elizabeth?
Good day, Gideon. It was wonderful, thank you.
Mary! Mary!
Sarah!
You were gone for so long. I missed you.
I missed you too, Sarah. Very, very much.
I know someone who has missed you even more. He has been so sad.
Really? And who might this be?
I can't tell you. It's a secret.
Could it be Joseph? Well, I'll better go see for myself then.
I'm the luckiest man in Nazareth.
Hello, Joseph.
Mary, you're back. You're actually back.
Careful now. We can't have our best carpenter getting injured again.
Oh, sorry. Guess I'm a bit more excited than I realized. So, how was your journey? How is Elizabeth?
It was incredible, Joseph. Elizabeth is expecting a son. Can you believe it? She's overjoyed.
Truly? That's wonderful news. It's certainly a time of miracles.
Speaking of miracles, there's something I need to tell you.
Of course. Let's sit down.
Something extraordinary happened. An angel of the Lord appeared to me.
An angel?
He told me that I have been chosen by God to bear a son, not just any son, but the Messiah. He said we are to name him Jesus.
Mary, that's quite a message. Are you certain about this?
I know it sounds unbelievable, but I feel it in my heart. I am with child, Joseph. It's a miracle beyond understanding.
Oh, no.
Joseph, please talk to me.
Mary, this is so much to take in. I want to believe you, but I don't understand. How can this be?
I don't fully understand it myself, but I have faith that God has a plan for us. I need you by my side.
I need some time to think.
I understand. I'll be praying for guidance. Joseph, no matter what happens, please know that I care for you deeply.
Confusion and doubt clouded Joseph's mind. The path ahead seemed uncertain, and his heart wrestled with what to do.
God, I don't know what to do. I care for Mary, but this news, it's overwhelming. Please, God, just give me a sign.
Joseph, son of David.
Who are you? What is this place?
Do not be afraid, Joseph. I am a messenger of the Lord.
A messenger? Why have you come to me?
The Lord knows the doubts that weigh upon your heart. Do not be afraid to take Mary as your wife.
But Mary, she's with child. I don't understand how this could be.
What is conceived in her is from the Holy Spirit.
So it's true. She carries a holy child?
Yes. She will give birth to a son, and you are to name him Jesus, for he will save his people from their sins.
But how can I, a simple carpenter, be a father to the Son of God? I'm not worthy of such an honor.
The Lord looks not at status, but at the heart. You are chosen because of your righteousness and compassion.
I've always tried to live a just life, but this, it's so much more than I could have imagined.
Have faith, Joseph. The road will not be easy, but you will not walk it alone. The Lord will guide you.
But what should I do when others question us? How can I shield Mary from shame?
Walk with integrity and trust in God's plan. The truth will reveal itself in time. For now, go forth with courage.
I will do as the Lord commands. I will stand by Mary and protect her and the child.
Blessed are you among men. Your name will be remembered for generations to come.
Thank you. Your words have eased my heart.
Peace be with you, Joseph. Remember, the Lord is with you, always.
Wait! Will I see you again?
Have faith.
Mary. Mary!
Joseph?
Mary, I need to speak with you.
Of course. Is everything all right?
I had a dream, a vision. An angel appeared to me, confirming everything you told me.
Truly?
Please forgive my doubt. I believe you, and I want to be there for you. For both of you. Will you still have me by your side?
Yes, of course. I never doubted you.
And so, with hearts united and faith strengthened, Mary and Joseph embraced the path laid before them, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead.
Apples, apples, the best tasting apples in Nazareth.
Goats, sheep, small ones, big ones. Extra good offer on this old thing. Only today.
What do you think of this one? Do you like the color?
Mm-hmm.
Look, Joseph, fresh dates. Should we get some for our dinner?
Ooh, absolutely. I can never resist your date cakes. Can we get 2 bags of dates, please?
Of course, Joseph, coming right up. And 1 extra bag for free for your pregnant lady.
Thank you, Ezekiel. You're...
Huh?
It's the Romans.
Out of the way, you filthy animal! Rome has no time for weaklings like you!
Oh, wow! What are you doing? Please, sir, do something. They're stealing my goats.
Hold your tongue, Hebrew, unless you want trouble.
I heard that Romans eat for free.
Why are they here?
These Romans, they think they own us.
Jacob, our taxes, did you pay them? Did you?
Silence!
By decree of Caesar Augustus, a census shall be taken of the entire Roman world.
Are they really expecting everyone to leave home?
All must return to their ancestral towns to be registered and taxed accordingly. This is mandatory and shall commence immediately.
That means I'll need to return to Bethlehem. It's where my family's from.
Bethlehem. That's quite a journey, especially now.
Ah, Joseph, Mary, looks like we all have some traveling ahead of us.
Indeed, Simon. But are you prepared for such a trip?
As ready as these old bones will ever be. But you two, it's a long road, and Mary, you're expecting. Will you be all right?
We have faith that we'll be taken care of. But thank you for your concern, Simon.
Very well. If you say so, I'll be praying for you. All three of you.
Thank you, Simon. And good luck to you too. Be careful. Mary, perhaps it's best if I go alone to register. You should stay here where it's safe.
We're in this together, Joseph. Besides, the child is due soon. I want us to be together when the time comes.
I should know better than to argue with you.
Yes, you should.
Then let's prepare for the journey. We'll leave as soon as possible to give ourselves plenty of time.
Agreed. I'll start packing our essentials, and I'll bake some of those date cakes for the road.
Sounds like a plan.
And so, with hearts full of hope and a touch of excitement, Mary and Joseph prepared to embark on their journey, unaware of the extraordinary events that awaited them in Bethlehem.
Well, old friend, it's going to be quite the trip. I hope you're ready for the road ahead. Don't worry, we'll take it slow. Just you, me, and Mary. Together, we'll make it to Bethlehem.
Lord, guide our steps and keep us safe. Thank you for the blessings you've given us.
Well, I think that's everything. How does that feel, Reuben? Not too heavy?
Thank you so much, Reuben. We couldn't make this journey without you.
All right then, Bethlehem. Ready or not, here we come. See that cliff over there? I remember climbing it as a boy. Thought I could touch the clouds from the top.
Did you succeed?
Not quite, but I did get a spectacular view of the valley. Mary, we need to hurry and find cover before it gets worse. Get back! Don't come any closer.
Please, Lord, send your angel and protect us. Joseph, perhaps we should rest again soon.
We're getting close, but you're right, maybe a short break wouldn't hurt.
Look, Joseph, there it is.
Bethlehem. We're almost there.
I wonder what awaits us there.
Whatever it is, we'll face it together. Stay close, Mary. It's quite busy.
Joseph, it looks like many others had the same idea.
Don't worry, we'll find a place.
Can't you people read? The sign says we're full.
Sorry, we're full, and you don't look like you could afford it anyways.
Good evening, sir. We seek a room for the night. My wife is...
God help me! For the 100th time, we are full!
Sorry for disturbing you this late, sir.
We're full, and you should clean yourself up if you want to find somewhere to stay.
Good evening, sir. We're looking for a place to stay for the night. I'm expecting our child soon, and this is the only inn we haven't tried yet.
I'm truly sorry, but we're completely full. The census has every room occupied.
We understand. Thank you for your time.
Wait a moment. There is a couple right outside of town. They are very kind and hospitable. You should try there. Just keep walking forward, and you won't miss it.
Thank you, sir. We'll do that. This must be it. Last chance.
Huh?
Hello, is your father or mother home right now?
Mm-hmm. One moment. Dad, there's someone at the door.
Hello there. How can I help you?
Sir, we've come a long way from Nazareth. My wife is expecting our child very soon. We desperately need a place to stay tonight.
I wish I could help you, but all my rooms are occupied. Not even a corner left.
Please, we've tried everywhere else. Is there anything at all? Even a small space?
I'm sorry.
Dear, perhaps the stable?
The stable? It's not much, but it's warm and dry.
We would be grateful for any shelter.
Very well. Follow me.
Here, dear, some fresh linens and blankets. We'll bring you some hot water and food.
Thank you both so much. You've been very kind.
Oh, it's the least we can do. Let us know if you need anything else.
Oh, sorry, Reuben. I'll get that off you.
It's humble, but it has a certain charm, doesn't it?
It does. And we're together. That's what matters.
Thank you for everything, Reuben. You can rest now.
How are you feeling now?
At peace. I think we were meant to be here. Joseph, it's time.
I'm here, Mary. You're not alone.
And so, on this silent night, hope entered the world in the most humble of places, a gift of love destined to bring light to all.
Did I ever tell you about the time a lion tried to snatch one of my sheep?
Only 100 times, and each time the lion gets bigger.
Next thing we know, it'll be a dragon.
Fine. I'll never tell you a story again.
Thank God.
The stars are especially bright tonight.
Indeed they are. Seems like they're celebrating something.
What is that?
Do not be afraid. I bring you good news that will bring great joy to all people. Today, in the city of David, a Savior has been born to you. He is Christ the Lord.
A savior, born here in Bethlehem?
Yes, you will find a baby wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger.
Glory to God in the highest heaven, and on earth peace to those on whom his favor rests. Glory to God in the highest heaven, and on earth peace to those on whom his favor rests. Glory to God in the highest heaven, and on earth peace to those on whom his favor rests. Glory to God in the highest heaven, and on earth peace to those on whom his favor rests. On earth peace to those on whom his favor rests.
Can this truly be happening?
It's a miracle.
Peace to those on whom his favor rests. Glory to God in the highest heaven, and on earth peace to those on whom his favor rests.
We must go to Bethlehem and see this child the Lord has told us about.
Yes, let's hurry and go at once.
Glory to God in the highest heaven, and on earth peace to those on whom his favor rests. And on earth peace to those on whom his favor rests.
He's perfect.
Welcome to the world, Jesus.
Are you sure this is it? This old stable?
I'm sure. The star led us here.
Whoa, easy there.
Peace be with you. Can I help you?
Forgive us for disturbing you at this late hour. We were guided here by a star and a message from angels.
Angels?
Please, come inside.
It's just as they said, a child wrapped in swaddling clothes and lying in a manger.
We brought gifts. They're humble, but we offer them with all our hearts. It's one of my favorite flutes.
Thank you. Your kindness means so much to us.
Fresh milk and honey to help you regain your strength.
You're most generous. Please make yourselves comfortable.
Here's something for you too, donkey.
The angels told us that this child is the Savior, Christ the Lord.
He is a blessing to us all.
Sleep, holy child, rest your eyes. Underneath the starry skies, angels guard you from above, wrapped in everlasting love. Hush, little one, do not fear. Heaven's light is shining near. Stars will twinkle while you rest, held against your mother's chest.
The star shone brighter and brighter, and then the angel appeared to us.
Calm and clear.
And then the angel told us, do not be afraid.
It was beautiful. Hundreds of angels appeared and sang together.
And Eli started crying.
I did not.
With hearts so wide. Gazing on the Lord of
In this humble stable, strangers became friends, united by the wonder of a promise fulfilled.
Gentlemen, the night is unusually still. Can you feel it?
Indeed. There's a sense of anticipation in the air, as if the very heavens are holding their breath.
Look there.
By the heavens, such a star can only herald one thing.
The fulfillment of the prophecy.
A new king is born.
A long, long time ago, in the land of Uz, there lived a man named Job. He was blameless and upright, fearing God and shunning evil. Job was blessed with great wealth and a large family. He had 7 sons and 3 daughters. He owned 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 yoke of oxen, and 500 donkeys, and had a large number of servants. Job was the greatest man among all the people of the East. His sons used to hold feasts in their homes on their birthdays, and they would invite their 3 sisters to eat and drink with them. When a period of feasting had run its course, Job would make arrangements for them to be purified. Early in the morning, he would sacrifice a burnt offering for each of them, thinking,
"Perhaps my children have sinned and cursed God in their hearts."
This was Job's regular custom. One day up above in heaven, the angels came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came with them. The Lord said to Satan, "Where have you come from?" Satan answered the Lord,
"From roaming throughout the earth, going back and forth on it."
Then the Lord said to Satan, "Have you considered my servant Job? There is no one on earth like him. He is blameless and upright, a man who fears God and shuns evil."
"Does Job fear God for nothing?"
Satan replied.
"Have you not put a hedge around him and his household and everything he has? You have blessed the work of his hands, so that his flocks and herds are spread throughout the land. But now, stretch out your hand and strike everything he has, and he will surely curse you to your face."
The Lord said to Satan, "Very well then, everything he has is in your power, but on the man himself do not lay a finger." One day, while Job was in his home, a messenger came to him and said,
The oxen were ploughing and the donkeys were grazing nearby, when suddenly the Sabaeans attacked and made off with them. They put the servants to the sword, and I am the only one who has escaped to tell you.
While he was still speaking, another messenger came and said,
The fire of God fell from the heavens and burned up the sheep and the servants, and I am the only one who has escaped to tell you.
While he was still speaking, another messenger came and said,
The Chaldeans formed 3 raiding parties and swept down on your camels and made off with them. They put the servants to the sword, and I am the only one who has escaped to tell you.
While he was still speaking, yet another messenger came and said,
Your sons and daughters were feasting and drinking wine at the oldest brother's house, when suddenly a mighty wind swept in from the desert and struck the 4 corners of the house. It collapsed on them, and they are dead, and I am the only one who has escaped to tell you.
At this, Job got up and tore his robe and shaved his head. Then he fell to the ground in worship and said,
Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked I will depart. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. May the name of the Lord be praised.
In all this, Job did not sin by charging God with wrongdoing. On another day, the angels came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came with them to present himself before him again. And the Lord said to Satan, Where have you come from? Satan answered the Lord,
From roaming throughout the earth, going back and forth on it.
Then the Lord said to Satan, Have you considered my servant Job? There is no one on earth like him. He is blameless and upright, a man who fears God and shuns evil. And he still maintains his integrity, though you incited me against him to ruin him without any reason.
Skin for skin,
Satan replied.
A man will give all he has for his own life, but now stretch out your hand and strike his flesh and bones, and he will surely curse you to your face.
The Lord said to Satan, Very well then, he is in your hands, but you must spare his life. So Satan went out from the presence of the Lord and afflicted Job with painful sores from the soles of his feet to the crown of his head. Job took a piece of broken pottery and scraped himself with it as he sat among the ashes. His wife said to him,
Are you still maintaining your integrity? Curse God and die!
He replied,
You are talking like a foolish woman. Shall we accept good from God and not trouble?
In all this, Job did not sin in what he said. When Job's 3 friends, Eliphaz the Temanite, Bildad the Shuhite and Zophar the Naamathite heard about all the troubles that had come upon him. They set out from their homes and met together by agreement to go and sympathize with him and comfort him. When they saw him from a distance, they could hardly recognize him. They began to weep aloud, and they tore their robes and sprinkled dust on their heads. Then they sat on the ground with him for 7 days and 7 nights. No one said a word to him because they saw how great his suffering was. After this, Job opened his mouth and cursed the day of his birth. He said,
"May the day of my birth perish, and the night that said, 'A boy is conceived.' That day, may it turn to darkness. May God above not care about it. May no light shine on it. Why is light given to those in misery, and life to the bitter of soul? To those who long for death that does not come, who search for it more than for hidden treasure, who are filled with gladness and rejoice when they reach the grave. Why is life given to a man whose way is hidden, whom God has hedged in?"
His friends, distressed by his lament, began to speak. Eliphaz spoke first.
"Job, the innocent prosper. Your suffering suggests sin."
Then Bildad said,
"If you're upright, then God will restore you."
Zophar then said,
"You talk too much. Repent, and God will lift you."
But Job maintained his innocence.
"I am blameless. Why must I suffer? My heart is pure."
Their debate went on for several rounds, with Job defending his integrity and expressing his anguish. Despite his intense suffering and the accusations of his friends, Job continued to express his faith in God. He said,
"Though he slay me, yet will I hope in him. I will surely defend my ways to his face. Indeed, this will turn out for my deliverance, for no godless person would dare come before him. I know that my Redeemer lives, and that in the end he will stand on the earth. And after my skin has been destroyed, yet in my flesh I will see God. I myself will see him with my own eyes, I and not another. How my heart yearns within me."
Then a powerful storm formed, with dark clouds swirling and lightning flashing. Job, standing in the midst of the storm, felt the raw power of nature as the voice of the Lord thundered from within the whirlwind. Finally, the Lord spoke to Job out of the storm. He said, "Who is this that obscures my plans with words without knowledge? Brace yourself like a man. I will question you, and you shall answer me. Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? Tell me if you understand. Who marked off its dimensions? Surely you know. Who stretched a measuring line across it? On what were its footings set, or who laid its cornerstone? While the morning stars sang together and all the angels shouted for joy. Can you bind the chains of the Pleiades? Can you loosen Orion's belt? Can you bring forth the constellations in their seasons, or lead out the bear with its cubs? Do you know the laws of the heavens? Can you set up God's dominion over the earth? Can you hunt the prey for the lioness and satisfy the hunger of the lions when they crouch in their dens or lie in wait in a thicket? Who provides food for the raven when its young cry out to God and wander about for lack of food? Do you know when the mountain goats give birth? Do you watch when the doe bears her fawn? Do you count the months till they bear? Do you know the time they give birth? They crouch down and bring forth their young. Their labor pains are ended. Their young thrive and grow strong in the wilds. They leave and do not return. Will the wild ox consent to serve you? Will it stay by your manger at night? Can you hold it to the furrow with a harness? Will it till the valleys behind you? Will you rely on it for its great strength? Will you leave your heavy work to it? Can you trust it to haul in your grain and bring it to your threshing floor? Do you give the horse its strength or clothe its neck with a flowing mane? Do you make it leap like a locust, striking terror with its proud snorting? It paws fiercely, rejoicing in its strength, and charges into the fray. It laughs at fear, afraid of nothing. It does not shy away from the sword. The quiver rattles against its side, along with the flashing spear and lance. In frenzied excitement, it eats up the ground. It cannot stand still when the trumpet sounds. Does the hawk take flight by your wisdom and spread its wings toward the south? Does the eagle soar at your command and build its nest on high? It dwells on a cliff and stays there at night. A rocky crag is its stronghold. From there it looks for food. Its eyes detect it from afar. Its young ones feast on blood, and where the slain are, there it is. Look at Behemoth, which I made along with you, and which feeds on grass like an ox. What strength it has in its loins, what power in the muscles of its belly. Its tail sways like a cedar, the sinews of its thighs are close knit. Its bones are tubes of bronze, its limbs like rods of iron. It ranks first among the works of God, yet its maker can approach it with his sword. The hills bring it their produce, and all the wild animals play nearby. Under the lotus plants it lies, hidden among the reeds in the marsh. The lotuses conceal it in their shadow. The poplars by the stream surround it. A raging river does not alarm it. It is secure, though the Jordan should surge against its mouth. Can you pull in Leviathan with a fish hook, or tie down its tongue with a rope? Can you put a cord through its nose, or pierce its jaw with a hook? Will it keep begging you for mercy? Will it speak to you with gentle words? Will it make an agreement with you for you to take it as your slave for life? Can you make a pet of it like a bird, or put it on a leash for the young women in your house? Will traders barter for it? Will they divide it up among the merchants? Can you fill its hide with harpoons, or its head with fishing spears? If you lay a hand on it, you will remember the struggle and never do it again. Any hope of subduing it is false. The mere sight of it is overpowering. No one is fierce enough to rouse it. Who then is able to stand against me? Who has a claim against me that I must pay? Everything under heaven belongs to me. The Lord continued, questioning Job about the mysteries of creation and the natural world, emphasizing his own power and wisdom. Job, humbled and awed by God's words, replied,
I am unworthy. How can I reply to you? I put my hand over my mouth. I spoke once, but I have no answer. Twice, but I will say no more.
Then the Lord spoke again, further illustrating his might and sovereignty. Job responded,
My ears had heard of you, but now my eyes have seen you. Therefore I despise myself and repent in dust and ashes.
After the Lord had said these things to Job, he said to Eliphaz the Temanite, I am angry with you and your two friends, because you have not spoken the truth about me, as my servant Job has. So now take 7 bulls and 7 rams, and go to my servant Job and sacrifice a burnt offering for yourselves. My servant Job will pray for you, and I will accept his prayer, and not deal with you according to your folly. You have not spoken the truth about me, as my servant Job has. So Eliphaz the Temanite, Bildad the Shuhite, and Zophar the Naamathite did what the Lord told them, and the Lord accepted Job's prayer. After Job had prayed for his friends, the Lord restored his fortunes and gave him twice as much as he had before. All his brothers and sisters and everyone who had known him before came and ate with him in his house. They comforted and consoled him over all the trouble the Lord had brought on him, and each one gave him a piece of silver and a gold ring. The Lord blessed the latter part of Job's life more than the former part. He had 14,000 sheep, 6,000 camels, 1,000 yoke of oxen, and 1,000 donkeys. And he also had 7 sons and 3 daughters. The first daughter he named Jemimah, the second Keziah, and the third Keren-Happuch. Nowhere in all the land were there found women as beautiful as Job's daughters, and their father granted them an inheritance along with their brothers. After this, Job lived 140 years. He saw his children and their children to the 4th generation. And so Job died, an old man and full of years. The life of Job is a powerful testament to enduring faith and divine sovereignty. Through his immense suffering and ultimate restoration, we learn about the complexities of human suffering, the importance of unwavering faith, and the mysteries of God's purposes. Job's story encourages us to trust in God, even when we do not understand our circumstances. Our story begins during a dark period for the Israelites, who were oppressed by the Philistines for 40 years. In the town of Zorah, there lived a man named Manoah from the tribe of Dan. Manoah's wife was barren and had no children. One day the angel of the Lord appeared to her and said, "You are barren and childless, but you are going to become pregnant and give birth to a son. Now see to it that you drink no wine or other fermented drink, and that you do not eat anything unclean. You will become pregnant and have a son whose head is never to be touched by a razor, because the boy is to be a Nazirite, dedicated to God from the womb. He will take the lead in delivering Israel from the hands of the Philistines." Excited and amazed, the woman ran to tell her husband about the angel's message. Manoah prayed to the Lord, asking him to send the angel again to teach them how to bring up the boy. God heard Manoah's prayer, and the angel returned. Manoah asked the angel, "When your words are fulfilled, what is to be the rule that governs the boy's life and work?" The angel reiterated the instructions. Manoah's wife must do all that he had commanded her. Soon after, Manoah's wife gave birth to a son, and they named him Samson. As Samson grew, the Lord blessed him, and the Spirit of the Lord began to stir him while he was in Mahanedan, between Zorah and Eshtaol. As a young man, Samson went down to Timnah, where he saw a Philistine woman. He returned home and told his parents, "I have seen a Philistine woman in Timnah. Now get her for me as my wife." His parents were dismayed that he wanted to marry a Philistine, asking, "Isn't there an acceptable woman among your relatives or among all our people? Must you go to the uncircumcised Philistines to get a wife?" But Samson insisted, "Get her for me. She's the right one for me." His parents did not know that this was from the Lord, who was seeking an occasion to confront the Philistines. On his way to Timnah, Samson encountered a young lion. The forest was dense and the path narrow when suddenly a roar pierced the air. A young lion, fierce and wild, charged at Samson. The Spirit of the Lord came powerfully upon him, and with a surge of divine strength, Samson tore the lion apart with his bare hands, as one might tear a young goat. the carcass of the lion lay in pieces, a testament to Samson's incredible strength. But he told neither his father nor his mother what he had done. Later, when he returned to marry the woman, he turned aside to look at the lion's carcass. In it, he saw a swarm of bees and some honey. He scooped out the honey with his hands and ate it as he went along. When he rejoined his parents, he gave them some, and they too ate it. But he did not tell them that he had taken the honey from the lion's carcass. At the wedding feast in Timnah, Samson proposed a riddle to his 30 Philistine companions. "Let me tell you a riddle," Samson said to them. "If you can give me the answer within the 7 days of the feast, I will give you 30 linen garments and 30 sets of clothes. If you can't tell me the answer, you must give me 30 linen garments and 30 sets of clothes." "Tell us your riddle," they said. "Let's hear it." He replied, "Out of the eater, something to eat. Out of the strong, something sweet." For 3 days they could not give the answer. On the 4th day, they said to Samson's wife, "Coax your husband into explaining the riddle for us, or we will burn you and your father's household to death. Did you invite us here to steal our property?" Then Samson's wife threw herself on him, sobbing, "You hate me. You don't really love me. You've given my people a riddle, but you haven't told me the answer." "I haven't even explained it to my father or mother," he replied. "So why should I explain it to you?" She cried the whole 7 days of the feast. So on the 7th day, he finally told her because she continued to press him. She in turn explained the riddle to her people. Before sunset on the 7th day, the men of the town said to him, "What is sweeter than honey? What is stronger than a lion?" Samson said to them, "If you had not plowed with my heifer, you would not have solved my riddle." Then the Spirit of the Lord came powerfully upon him. He went down to Ashkelon, struck down 30 of their men, stripped them of everything, and gave their clothes to those who had explained the riddle. Burning with anger, he returned to his father's home, and Samson's wife was given to one of his companions who had attended him at the feast. Later on, during the wheat harvest, Samson took a young goat and went to visit his wife. He said, "I'm going to my wife's room," but her father would not let him go in. "I was so sure you hated her," he said, "that I gave her to your companion. Isn't her younger sister more attractive? Take her instead." Samson said to them, "This time I have a right to get even with the Philistines. I will really harm them." So he went out and caught 300 foxes and tied them tail to tail in pairs. He then fastened a torch to every pair of tails, lit the torches, and let the foxes loose in the standing grain of the Philistines. Fields were ablaze, the smell of burning crops filled the air, and the cries of the Philistines echoed as their livelihood went up in flames. He burned up the shocks and standing grain together with the vineyards and olive groves. When the Philistines asked, "Who did this?" they were told, "Samson, the Timnite son-in-law, because his wife was given to his companion." So the Philistines went up and burned her and her father's house down. Samson said to them, "Since you've acted like this, I swear that I won't stop until I get my revenge on you." He attacked them viciously and slaughtered many of them. Then he went down and stayed in a cave in the rock of Etam. The Philistines went up and camped in Judah, spreading out near Lehi. The people of Judah asked, "Why have you come to fight us?" "We have come to take Samson prisoner," they answered, "to do to him as he did to us." Then 3,000 men from Judah went down to the cave in the rock of Etam and said to Samson, "Don't you realize that the Philistines are rulers over us? What have you done to us?" He answered, "I merely did to them what they did to me." They said to him, "We've come to tie you up and hand you over to the Philistines." Samson said, "Swear to me that you won't kill me yourselves." "Agreed," they answered. "We will only tie you up and hand you over to them. We will not kill you." So they bound him with 2 new ropes and led him up from the rock. As he approached Lehi, the Philistines came toward him shouting. The Spirit of the Lord came powerfully upon him. The ropes on his arms became like charred flax, and the bindings dropped from his hands. Finding a fresh jawbone of a donkey, he grabbed it and struck down 1,000 men. The ground was littered with the fallen, Samson standing tall, bloodied but victorious, the jawbone clutched in his hand. Then Samson said, "With a donkey's jawbone I have made donkeys of them. With a donkey's jawbone I have killed 1,000 men." When he finished speaking, he threw away the jawbone, and the place was called Ramath Lehi. Because he was very thirsty, he cried out to the Lord, "You have given your servant this great victory. Must I now die of thirst and fall into the hands of the uncircumcised?" Then God opened up the hollow place in Lehi, and water came out of it. When Samson drank, his strength returned, and he revived. So the spring was called Enhakkore, and it is still there in Lehi. One day, Samson went to Gaza, where he saw a beautiful woman. He went in to spend the night with her. The people of Gaza were told, "Samson is here." So they surrounded the place and lay in wait for him all night at the city gate. They made no move during the night, saying, "At dawn we'll kill him." But Samson lay there only until the middle of the night. Then he got up and took hold of the doors of the city gate, together with the 2 posts, and tore them loose, bar and all. He lifted them to his shoulders and carried them to the top of the hill that faces Hebron. The sheer power required to uproot and carry city gates was a display of Samson's incredible strength and defiance. Some time later, he fell in love with a woman in the valley of Sorek, whose name was Delilah. The rulers of the Philistines went to her and said, "See if you can lure him into showing you the secret of his great strength, and how we can overpower him so we may tie him up and subdue him. Each one of us will give you 1,100 shekels of silver." So Delilah said to Samson, "Tell me the secret of your great strength and how you can be tied up and subdued." Samson answered her, "If anyone ties me with 7 fresh bowstrings that have not been dried, I'll become as weak as any other man." Then the rulers of the Philistines brought her 7 fresh bowstrings that had not been dried, and she tied him with them. With men hidden in the room, she called to him, "Samson, the Philistines are upon you." But he snapped the bowstrings as easily as a piece of string snaps when it comes close to a flame. Then Delilah said to Samson, "You have made a fool of me. You lied to me. Come now, tell me how you can be tied." He replied, "If you weave the 7 braids of my head into the fabric on the loom and tighten it with the pin, I'll become as weak as any other man." So while he was sleeping, Delilah took the 7 braids of his head, wove them into the fabric, and tightened it with the pin. Again she called to him, "Samson, the Philistines are upon you." He awoke from his sleep and pulled up the pin and the loom with the fabric. Then she said to him, "How can you say I love you when you won't confide in me? This is the 3rd time you have made a fool of me and haven't told me the secret of your great strength." With such nagging she prodded him day after day until he was sick to death of it. So he told her everything. "No razor has ever been used on my hair," he said, "because I have been a Nazirite dedicated to God from my mother's womb. If my head were shaved, my strength would leave me, and I would become as weak as any other man." When Delilah saw that he had told her everything, she sent word to the rulers of the Philistines, "Come back once more. He has told me everything." So the rulers of the Philistines returned with the silver in their hands. After putting him to sleep on her lap, she called for someone to shave off the 7 braids of his hair, and so began to subdue him, and his strength left him. Then she called, "Samson, the Philistines are upon you!" He awoke from his sleep and thought, "I'll go out as before and shake myself free." But he did not know that the Lord had left him. Then the Philistines seized him, gouged out his eyes, and took him down to Gaza. Binding him with bronze shackles, they set him to grinding grain in the prison. But the hair on his head began to grow again after it had been shaved. Now the rulers of the Philistines assembled to offer a great sacrifice to Dagon, their god, and to celebrate, saying, "Our God has delivered Samson, our enemy, into our hands." When the people saw him, they praised their God, saying, "Our God has delivered our enemy into our hands, the one who laid waste our land and multiplied our slain." While they were in high spirits, they shouted, "Bring out Samson to entertain us," and he performed for them. When they stood him among the pillars, Samson said to the servant who held his hand, "Put me where I can feel the pillars that support the temple, so that I may lean against them." Now the temple was crowded with men and women. All the rulers of the Philistines were there, and on the roof were about 3,000 men and women watching Samson perform. Then Samson prayed to the Lord, "Sovereign Lord, remember me. Please God, strengthen me just once more, and let me with one blow get revenge on the Philistines for my 2 eyes." Then Samson reached toward the 2 central pillars on which the temple stood, bracing himself against them, his right hand on the one and his left hand on the other. Samson said, "Let me die with the Philistines." Then he pushed with all his might, and down came the temple on the rulers and all the people in it. The ground shook, the walls crumbled, and the cries of the Philistines filled the air as the temple collapsed. Thus he killed many more when he died than while he lived. Then his brothers and his father's whole family went down to get him. They brought him back and buried him between Zorah and Eshtaol in the tomb of Manoah his father. He had led Israel 20 years. The life of Samson is a powerful reminder of how God can use even flawed individuals to accomplish his purposes. Samson's extraordinary strength was matched only by his human weaknesses. Yet, in the end, he fulfilled his divine mission. Through his life, we learn about the importance of faith, the dangers of temptation, and the ultimate sovereignty of God's will. Our story begins in the ancient kingdom of Persia, where the Jewish people lived as exiles under the rule of King Xerxes. Among them was a young and beautiful woman named Esther, who would rise to a position of great influence and courageously save her people from destruction. In the citadel of Susa, King Xerxes held a grand banquet lasting 180 days, showcasing his kingdom's wealth and splendor. At the end of this period, he hosted a 7-day feast for all the people. On the 7th day, in high spirits from wine, King Xerxes commanded Queen Vashti to appear before him to display her beauty. But Queen Vashti refused, enraging the king. Following his advisor's advice, Xerxes deposed of Vashti, stripping her of her title as queen. To find a new queen, a search was conducted across the empire for the most beautiful young virgins. They were brought into the king's harem under the care of Hegai, the king's eunuch in charge of the women. Among these women was Esther, also known as Hadassah, an orphan raised by her cousin Mordecai. Mordecai instructed Esther not to reveal her nationality and family background. After a year of beauty treatments, each young woman would go to King Xerxes. When Esther's turn came, she won the favor of everyone who saw her, including the king. Xerxes was so taken with Esther's beauty and grace that he set the royal crown on her head and made her queen instead of Vashti. Esther kept her Jewish identity a secret, as Mordecai had advised. Meanwhile, Mordecai, who sat at the king's gate, overheard a plot to assassinate King Xerxes. Two of the king's officers, Bigthana and Teresh, conspired to kill the king. Mordecai told Queen Esther about the plot, and she reported it to the king, giving credit to Mordecai. The matter was investigated, found to be true, and the two officials were hanged. This was recorded in the book of the Annals in the presence of the king. An Agagite named Haman was elevated by King Xerxes to the highest position of authority above all the other nobles. All the royal officials at the king's gate knelt down and paid honor to Haman, as the king had commanded. But Mordecai refused to bow down or pay him honor. Haman was filled with rage and sought to destroy not only Mordecai, but all of Mordecai's people, the Jews, throughout the kingdom of Xerxes. To determine the most favorable day to carry out his plan, Haman cast the lot, called Pur in Hebrew, and it fell on the 13th day of the 12th month, the month of Adar. Haman went to King Xerxes and said, "There is a certain people dispersed among the peoples in all the provinces of your kingdom who keep themselves separate. Their customs are different from those of all other people, and they do not obey the king's laws. It is not in the king's best interest to tolerate them. If it pleases the king, let a decree be issued to get rid of them, and I will put 10,000 talents of silver into the royal treasury." The king took his signet ring from his finger and gave it to Haman to seal the decree. The decree went out by couriers to all the king's provinces, with the order to kill all the Jews, young and old, women and children, on a single day, the 13th day of the 12th month, and to plunder their goods. The city of Susa was bewildered, but the king and Haman sat down to drink. When Mordecai learned of the decree, he tore his clothes, put on sackcloth and ashes, and went into the city, wailing loudly and bitterly. In every province to which the king's edict came, there was great mourning among the Jews, with fasting, weeping, and wailing. Esther's maids and eunuchs came and told her about Mordecai. Distressed, she sent clothes for him to put on, but he would not accept them. Then Esther summoned Hathach, one of the king's eunuchs assigned to attend her, and ordered him to find out what was troubling Mordecai and why. Mordecai told him everything, including the amount of money Haman had promised to pay into the royal treasury for the destruction of the Jews. He also gave him a copy of the edict for their annihilation to show to Esther, and urged her to go into the king's presence to beg for mercy and plead with him for her people. Hathach went back and reported to Esther what Mordecai had said. Then she instructed him to say to Mordecai, "All the king's officials and the people of the royal provinces know that for any man or woman who approaches the king in the inner court without being summoned, the king has but one law, that they be put to death unless the king extends the gold scepter to them." When Esther's words were reported to Mordecai, he sent back this answer: "Do not think that because you are in the king's house, you alone of all the Jews will escape. For if you remain silent, relief and deliverance for the Jews will arise from another place. But you and your father's family will perish. And who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this?" Then Esther sent this reply to Mordecai: "Go, gather together all the Jews who are in Susa and fast for me. Do not eat or drink for 3 days, night or day. I and my attendants will fast as you do. When this is done, I will go to the king, even though it is against the law. And if I perish, I perish." On the 3rd day, Esther donned her royal robes and stood in the inner court of the palace, in front of the king's hall. When King Xerxes saw her, he was pleased and extended his golden scepter, sparing her life. "What is it, Queen Esther? What is your request? Even up to half the kingdom it will be given you." Esther invited the king and Haman to a banquet she had prepared. During the banquet, the king asked Esther what she desired. Esther invited the king and Haman to another banquet the next day, where she would reveal her petition. Haman went out happy and in high spirits. But when he saw Mordecai at the king's gate, and observed that he neither rose nor showed fear in his presence, he was filled with rage. Nevertheless, Haman restrained himself and went home. Calling together his friends and Zeresh, his wife, Haman boasted to them about his vast wealth, his many sons, and all the ways the king had honored him. "And that's not all," Haman added. "I'm the only person Queen Esther invited to accompany the king to the banquet she gave. But all this gives me no satisfaction as long as I see that Jew Mordecai sitting at the king's gate." His wife Zeresh and all his friends said to him, "Have a pole set up reaching 50 cubits, and ask the king to have Mordecai impaled on it. Then go with the king to the banquet and enjoy yourself." This suggestion delighted Haman, and he had the pole set up. That night, the king could not sleep, so he ordered the book of the Chronicles to be brought in and read to him. It was found recorded there that Mordecai had exposed Bigthana and Teresh, who had conspired to assassinate King Xerxes. "What honor has Mordecai received for this?" the king asked. "Nothing has been done for him," his attendants answered. The next morning, Haman entered the court to request Mordecai's execution. Before Haman could speak, the king asked, "What should be done for the man the king delights to honor?" Assuming the king meant him, Haman suggested a royal robe the king had worn, a horse the king had ridden, one with a royal crest. "Then let the robe and horse be entrusted to one of the king's most noble princes. Let them robe the man the king delights to honor and lead him on the horse through the city streets, proclaiming, 'This is what is done for the man the king delights to honor.'" To his horror, the king commanded Haman to honor Mordecai in this way. After parading Mordecai, Haman rushed home in grief, only to be summoned to Esther's second banquet. During the banquet, King Xerxes again asked Esther her request. Queen Esther answered,
"If I have found favor with you, your majesty, and if it pleases you, grant me my life. This is my petition. And spare my people, this is my request. For I and my people have been sold to be destroyed, killed, and annihilated."
King Xerxes asked, "Who is he? Where is he?" Esther said,
"An adversary, an enemy, this vile Haman.
Then Haman was terrified before the king and queen. The king got up in a rage and went out into the palace garden. Haman stayed behind to beg Queen Esther for his life. Just as the king returned, Haman was falling on the couch where Esther was reclining. The king exclaimed, "Will he even harm the queen while she is with me in the house?" As soon as the word left the king's mouth, they covered Haman's face. Then Harbona, one of the eunuchs, said, "A pole reaching 50 cubits stands by Haman's house. He had it set up for Mordecai." The king said, "Take him to it." So they took Haman to the pole he had set up for Mordecai. After that, the king's fury subsided. That same day, King Xerxes gave Queen Esther the estate of Haman, and Mordecai came into the king's presence, for Esther had told how he was related to her. The king took off his signet ring, which he had reclaimed from Haman, and presented it to Mordecai. Esther appointed him over Haman's estate. Esther again pleaded with the king, falling at his feet and weeping. She begged him to put an end to Haman's evil plan. Then the king extended the gold scepter to Esther, and she stood before him.
"If it pleases the king,"
she said,
"and if he regards me with favor, let an order be written overruling the dispatches that Haman devised and wrote to destroy the Jews in all the king's provinces. For how can I bear to see disaster fall on my people?"
King Xerxes replied, "Because Haman attacked the Jews, I have given his estate to Esther. Now write another decree in the king's name in behalf of the Jews, as seems best to you, and seal it with the king's signet ring. For no document written in the king's name and sealed with his ring can be revoked." At once the royal secretaries were summoned. They wrote out all Mordecai's orders to the Jews and to the nobles of the 127 provinces. Mordecai wrote in the name of King Xerxes, sealed the dispatches with the king's signet ring, and sent them by mounted couriers. The king's edict granted the Jews the right to assemble and protect themselves, to destroy any armed force that might attack them. The day appointed for the Jews to do this was the 13th day of the 12th month, the month of Adar. The couriers went out, spurred on by the king's command, and the edict was issued in the citadel of Susa. When Mordecai left the king's presence, he was wearing royal garments of blue and white, a large crown of gold and a purple robe, and the city of Susa held a joyous celebration. For the Jews it was a time of happiness and joy, gladness and honor. On the 13th day of the 12th month, the edict was to be carried out. On this day, the enemies of the Jews had hoped to overpower them, but the tables were turned and the Jews got the upper hand. The Jews assembled in their cities and attacked those who sought to destroy them. No one could stand against them, for fear of the Jews had seized all the people. In the citadel of Susa, the Jews killed 500 men. They also killed the 10 sons of Haman, but they did not lay their hands on the plunder. The number of those killed in the citadel of Susa was reported to the king that same day. The king said to Queen Esther, "The Jews have killed 500 men and the 10 sons of Haman in the citadel of Susa. What have they done in the rest of the king's provinces? Now what is your petition? It will be given you." Esther answered,
"Give the Jews in Susa permission to carry out this day's edict tomorrow also, and let Haman's 10 sons be put on poles, just like their father." So
the king commanded that this be done. Meanwhile, The Jews in the king's provinces assembled to protect themselves and got relief from their enemies. They killed 75,000 of them, but did not lay their hands on the plunder. This happened on the 13th day of Adar. And on the 14th they rested and made it a day of feasting and joy. Mordecai recorded these events, and he sent letters to all the Jews throughout the provinces of King Xerxes to have them celebrate annually the 14th and 15th days of the month of Adar as the time when the Jews got relief from their enemies. He wrote them to observe the days as days of feasting and joy, and giving presents of food to one another and gifts to the poor. The Jews agreed to continue the celebration they had begun, doing what Mordecai had written to them. Therefore, these days were called Purim, from the word pur. The Jews took it on themselves to establish the custom that they and their descendants should without fail observe these 2 days every year. These days of Purim should never fail to be celebrated by the Jews, nor should the memory die out among their descendants. King Xerxes imposed tribute throughout the empire. All his acts of power and might, together with a full account of the greatness of Mordecai, are written in the annals of the kings of Media and Persia. Mordecai the Jew was second in rank to King Xerxes, preeminent among the Jews, and held in high esteem by his fellow Jews, because he worked for the good of his people and spoke up for the welfare of all the Jews. The life of Esther is a powerful reminder of courage and faith. Her bravery and wisdom in the face of great danger saved her people and left a lasting legacy of hope and deliverance. Through her story, we learn about the importance of standing up for what is right, even when it means risking our lives, and the incredible impact one person's courage can have on the world.
What if you could create cinematic AI films in any style without experience, confusion, or complicated workflows? Most people waste months trying to figure out AI tools on their own. That's why we built a simple, step-by-step system that gives you everything you need to create incredible AI videos from start to finish. Inside AI Filmmaking Academy, you'll learn the exact system, prompts, and tools used to create professional AI content fast, even if you're starting from zero. No guessing, no complicated setups, just a clear system that works. Join AI Filmmaking Academy and start creating high-quality AI videos today.